Anything I ever want to do, I think I'm crazy lately, feeling faded everywhere I go. Oh.
Reflect those of WMSC, Montclair State University, or any of their affiliates.
WMSC wants you to be fiercer than ever this Pride Month. Be you, unapologetically.
Okay, dolls, y'all know what time it is. Come on. I don't want to see you dance. I want to see you work.
Good morning, everyone. You're listening to The Morning Buzz right here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I am one of your hosts, Jonathan Kaplan, and it is currently 9:01 a.m. on this Wednesday, July 1st, 2026. Happy July! We're making it through the summer. I am not alone. I am joined. Who's my co-host for today? Pedro, your mic is muted.
Sorry about that. I'm your other host, Pedro Chapolin Baez. But before we get into our top stories for the day, here is Mackenzie Cochran for your WMSC News Update.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Mackenzie Cochran, and this is your WMSC newscast. For our top story today, Trump says Congress should act to end birthright citizenship after the United States Supreme Court struck down his executive order seeking to end birthright citizenship. He urged Congress to pass legislation eliminating the policy, arguing it is expensive and unfair, and pledging his full support. Legal and political obstacles remain. Trump claimed Congress could address the issue through legislation, but many legal experts argue that changing birthright citizenship would likely require a constitutional amendment. In local news, USA Today actually put together one of their top 10 best lists of chocolate shops. And we have one here right in the Montclair area. Montclair, called Vesta Chocolate, is ranked number 7 in the country. The shop is known for giving customers a taste of the romance of Italy, where tradition, passion, and timeless elegance meet in bean to bar chocolate, inspired by Italy's sun-soaked piazzas and centuries-old patisserie. Their treats include champagne truffles, chocolate barks, chocolate bars, chocolate dipped pretzels, cookies, brownies, and cheesecakes. In New Jersey news, New Jersey City University is now a part of Kean University starting on Wednesday, concluding a historic merger, officials said. Kean has chosen the now former university's president, Andres Asipo, to serve as the first chancellor of the new Kean, Jersey City. It is one of the largest mergers of two public colleges in the state's history and brings to a close the former university's 99-year run as an independent institution. In national news, American pride is strong, but nearly one-third of Americans say they are worried about the direction the United States is headed in. and almost half of Americans think the country has moved far away from the nation's founding principles. Republicans were the most proud to be an American, with 93% stating they were proud and 65% reporting they were very proud. Independents weren't that far behind, with 61% saying they were proud. The least proud were Democrats, with 45% responding that they are proud. For our sports scores, France is moving on to the round of 16 for this year's FIFA World Cup. They won 3-0 against Sweden here at New York, New Jersey Stadium yesterday. Kylian Mbappe scored 2 goals, putting himself only 1 goal behind Lionel Messi for the most goals ever in World Cup history. For our weather and traffic, there is delays on Garden State Parkway southbound south of exit Toll Plaza Bloomfield to south of exit 144 CR 510 Irvington Township. All lanes are open on a 5-mile delay. And for our weather, it is currently 80 degrees and extreme heat warning is expected by 12 o'clock p.m. There's partly cloudy conditions expected around 3 p.m. and wind gusts are up to 14 miles per hour. The high for today is 95 degrees and the low for today is 74 degrees. So drink your water and stay cool. I'm Mackenzie Cochran, and this was your WMSC News Update.
Thank you so much, Mackenzie. And now let's move on to our first story of the morning involving our favorite NJ Transit. It is July 1st, as I mentioned at the top of the show. And if you ride NJ Transit, I think you already know what that means. It's time for that annual 3% fare hike to take effect. It took effect today. The fare hike impacts all of NJ Transit's modes of transportation. That includes the train, the buses, and all 3 light rail lines. This comes after commuters have been facing major service disruptions, including those related to the World Cup. Obviously, they're not letting regular commuters into Penn Station before and after the World Cup matches at MetLife Stadium. In addition to that, there was also a non-World Cup related delay last night, actually on the Montclair Booten line and other lines that pass through Newark Broad Street. There were signal issues, and that caused delays up to 90 minutes, an hour and a half. So, we're gonna make you late and then pay us more. Thoughts?
I think
Terrible.
that's very unfortunate. I mean, the fact that the service hasn't gone any better and they're expecting you to pay more, 3% more. I think that's just terrible.
Yeah.
It's bad. So this hike happens every year, it looks like.
It has for the past few years, and what they've said is that it's indefinite until, I guess, the New Jersey state government vote, or like the legislator, or votes to stop it. It's indefinite, so it's gonna happen every year until until they decide to vote on it. And yeah.
No, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's rough. It's ironic you said Montclair Booten line because I was waiting in Secaucus yesterday, but I was taking the train on the Raritan Valley line. So I was going to Secaucus to Fanwood. I didn't have any delays. I was fine. But I saw the Montclair Booten line. I saw the train MSU. I was like, oh, I should hop to MSU right now. Like, as a little joke. But I can't imagine being on that train and then having a 90-minute delay. It's awful.
Yeah, no.
And then I don't like the timing of the spike because you have people seeing the World Cup paying $90. That's ridiculous enough.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, okay, hey, World Cup is still going on. Let's increase it even more for other people who have to travel a lot for like their other jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Not cool.
No, yeah. I feel like service really hasn't gotten better in general, just from stuff I've experienced and I've seen on the app. It doesn't feel like it's been getting better since they started this annual fare hike. You would think that, they're making us pay more to improve service or make, whatever improvements that, I mean, let's be honest, need to be done with NJ Transit, especially along the Northeast Corridor, where all of the trains end up meeting to go to New York. It's it's ridiculous. Pedro, do you have anything? I don't know if you spoke. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I just think if you're gonna make us if you're gonna charge us more, might as well better the customer service.
Hmm.
I haven't seen any improvements really. And again, it is very unfortunate for the timing, as the work
Hmm.
has already caused many delays for many commuters and, have arrived late to go home.
Yeah. Um, I saw something where, like, because it was like someone it was like it was like in a news clip, like they were interviewing someone, and they were like, probably on one of the Midtown Direct lines. I don't know if it was the Montclair Booton line or if it was Morrison Essex or whatever, but it was one of those lines that was Newark Broad Street, and they were saying that, like, oh, like with the World Cup going on, whenever, they had to take the path at some point, and they said it tacked on an extra hour, which is a lot. So, and that's not even mentioning the unplanned stuff. Like, this is planned. Like, you could at least plan ahead for that,
Mhm.
but there's been a lot of unplanned stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Um, I was gonna say, that, like, first of all, I do think that, them, like, raising the, like, fare hike wasn't that surprising because they've been doing that. But, um, I do know that that the service hasn't really been getting better. Like, a lot of people have been complaining about the service. I think that, like, the like well, I guess with the World Cup and everything else that happened, it kind of brought light to, like, the issues that New Jersey Transit has. And Well, I actually, like, saw, like, I guess I saw, like, the news about the trains being delayed at Newark Broad Street. I'm actually kind of surprised with that because usually I do use that station to, like, transfer from the train that's near my house to go to Montclair, and there's usually no problems. There's not really, like, too heavy of a delay, so that did kind of surprise me. But um, I would assume that they would have to do something relating to the World Cup. But I think, like, all these, like, little issues about, like, the New Jersey Transit and stuff like that. Um, I think that, like, they're really starting to, like, understand, like, what, like, limits they have. So it doesn't really surprise me that it's not getting any better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever really do I ever hear anyone be excited to go on NJ Transit?
It's
Yeah.
funny. What's funny though is one of the stories, it's not in the show, but I saw for I was considering, was there's someone who's apparently going viral on social media because he's actually very excited to ride NJ Transit every day, and that that was, I found that kind of interesting. It was someone who was originally from the UK, and I think he said he moved to New Jersey 10 years ago. Um and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting indeed."
Well, people in
So,
UK, they transit a lot. Europeans, they either walk,
yeah.
or they transit. So when I was in London, we would take the train, but the train really in London is like the Newark light rail. So it's kind
Okay.
of like a subway train type of vibe, but they called
Okay.
it the tube, which is kind of
Yeah.
cool. So like you would tube all throughout London, and I would ask people, I'm like, "Are you guys ever like car dependent?" Not really. There's some cars going by, but it's really just people trying to like drive tourists. But really, people
Mhm.
who live in London and cities in the UK or Europe, they just train or walk everywhere, or they bike. That's also a big one.
Yeah. I've definitely heard that
And the thing
before about
the thing is,
foreign cities.
uh, they actually are a lot quicker, and they actually arrive on time.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes, that's the thing. Is
yes.
it's probably more reliable
Mhm.
than any of our transit systems here. I mean, even Amtrak, if you're going inner city, that's notorious for delays and like at a certain point it's like where depending on where you are you might not have Amtrak service, or if you do it's very limited. Thankfully, like at least in Jersey we have the Northeast Corridor, so we have a lot of Amtrak service. But in many places in the US there's like a train station with a train, an Amtrak train stopping like once a day in either direction. And so it's like, why even bother?
Mhm.
There's multiple other ways, like driving or taking a plane that are much better, right?
Mhm.
I kind of went on a little rant there. I'm sorry, folks.
Jonathan.
Any other final thoughts on this fare hike? No?
I hope for a day that NJ Transit becomes better.
Yes.
Yes. I think we all do.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, I
we
have
Yeah.
something.
Oh, you have something. Okay.
One positive.
Okay, you have a positive.
One positive. NJ Transit is free for World Cup employees on match days.
Okay, so it's for you. For
Yay!
you don't need to pay,
Yes, only on match days.
and
That's
only
it.
for employees.
And only for employees and volunteers. That's it.
So,
Nice for
yay,
me.
you guys.
Yay
Everyone
us.
else, sorry. Let's move on to our next story, Pedro. What do you got?
So, several New Jersey towns delay 4th of July due to extreme weather. A number of towns are postponing or modifying 4th of July celebrations as the heat wave is expected to extend to the weekend. Temperatures are expected to reach high 90s and low 100s. The heat increases risk of heat-related illnesses. Monmouth's 250 concert in Freehold has been rescheduled from July 3rd to July 17th. Officials encourage residents to check with their local towns before attending holiday celebrations, as additional schedule changes are possible. So, how have you guys been handling or managing the heat?
Oh boy. I mean, I've been in air conditioning for what it's worth, but
That's good.
what about you guys?
I'm outside. Like I'm working.
Mm,
Well, okay, this is nice. So I'm outside. I'm working World Cup. So I'm outside the whole time. It's super hot. Drinking a lot of water. But the next few days, I'm inside. I don't have work. That's nice. I go
yeah.
back up to work on the 4th, though. But today, the 2nd, and the 3rd, I don't have work. So I can be inside. Great. And that's like the peak of
Yay.
the heat wave. And my birthday is July 3rd. So I have off.
Really
Yes.
nice.
Yay.
Yeah, and for
Yay!
you, Jonathan?
What was that?
I mean, for you, Jordan, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I was originally planning to go and see the fireworks. But I remember my family were planning to go see the fireworks. We did hear that it was going to um be like hot and stuff. And I have been feeling it for the past couple of days because usually when it gets hot, my energy is just like down. Like, that's so you feel it once, like you feel the heat, even like inside. But one thing that I've been doing is obviously drinking a lot of water, staying near
Yes.
the AC. Um, and I'm gonna basically continue to do that. Just make sure that you have water in the fridge at all times because um, sometimes I forget to do that. Um, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, always, but especially for the next few days when it's going to be extremely hot outside. Definitely be sure to drink plenty of fluids, preferably water. Water would be preferable. As opposed to like coffee or, you know, sugary drinks. But, you do what you're gonna do, I guess, but preferably water. Um, and yeah, definitely. What else? Limit your time outside. Um, maybe go to the pool if you want to. I don't know. Pedro, you look like you want to say something.
Yeah, so I was actually very curious, Mackenzie,
Yeah.
looking at the World Cup at MetLife or New York, New Jersey Stadium.
Yes.
Um, Seeing that it is one of the stadiums with no roof and no AC necessary,
Mm,
how are people really reacting to that?
Okay. So I work with the broadcasters. I make sure that everything is running smoothly. They have everything they need. Everything's correct. They're where they have to be. So I could talk to you about the broadcasters. So the broadcasters, we have to provide them with a lot of water. We have
mm,
hats for them. We have these like handheld like charged fans they use. We have towels for them, and they ask for them 24/7. So
mm.
people are feeling the heat. We have a bunch of food and water going on at MetLife, but you have to pay for it for the fans. The broadcasters, we all just hand them out, but the fans, like you have to pay the money for it. But
Yeah.
that's the thing with these World Cup fans, they don't care. They want to see the match. They'll do anything to see the match. They'll be there, rain or sun or shine, whatever.
Yeah.
They'll be there. So heat doesn't matter. Just
Mhm.
drink your water. They're cheering.
Nice. So
Yeah.
no one's necessarily complaining.
No,
No.
really, just the
Mm.
broadcasters. They're like, oh, it's hot outside, but people are just excited to watch some good football.
Nice.
Yeah. No,
Hmm.
definitely.
There has been a lot of um, goods and bads of people really with these hydration breaks.
Yes.
Yeah.
People think it's a good idea for the players. A lot of people are also complaining because it's not necessarily hot enough for those hydration breaks. And on the other side, people don't like it because of some people think they're making revenue out of it, kind of ruining.
Yes.
And
Hold on. Am I hearing this correctly? People are upset that is this like the players taking
well,
breaks? Oh, who?
a lot of fans mostly that are watching it on TV.
Ah, okay.
And then on top of that, people, soccer is made to do two halves,
Yeah.
not necessarily put in a small break
Mm-hmm.
in between each half. So, a game like yesterday with France and um, what was the other team again?
Sweden.
Okay. I was gonna
Uh,
say it was on the tip of my tongue because I remember hearing about it.
yes.
Uh,
You listened
yes, I listened for once.
A game
for
like
once.
Yay!
so in a game like that, a hydration break is a very good idea because it
Yeah.
was on the upper 90s yesterday.
Yes, very true.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan?
Uh-huh.
Um, Yeah, I did hear because I was kind of watching and I did hear some people complaining about the breaks as well.
Hmm.
Um I don't know, it just was a lot, but I did know that like usually they don't usually take a break like, in soccer, so that did kind of but I don't think it's like really that big of a deal to be honest.
Yeah.
Um
I mean, also it's MetLife Stadium, which is notorious for like the turf or something is bad there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a contributing factor. But I could imagine maybe it being more exhausting. Maybe I don't know. Anything else?
No, just stay inside, AC, drink plenty of water.
Yeah, I might go to the pool within the next few days,
Mhm.
Good answer.
and cool off, and yeah,
And
cool off.
yeah, and somewhat enjoy the heat a little bit because next
Hmm.
week we are expecting a lot of rain.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that being said, I think we are gonna go on a quick little break. When we come back, we will be discussing Jersey Shore drawbridge is stuck closed and boats can't go past, and then also Six Flags Great Adventure brings back Jersey Shore nostalgia. We will talk about that after this quick break. This is Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi.
My name is Mackenzie Cochran, and this is your weather and traffic update. For our weather, it is 81 degrees and it feels like 85. There is a high of 97 degrees outside. And for our traffic, there's delays on New Jersey 21 southbound ramp to exit 9, New Jersey 3 Clifton. All lanes are open.
We're keying at a function or having deep combos, Daughter Speaks is here to make sure you never feel alone. Connect with us on IG at daughterspeaks.msu for all the latest news and tea.
Welcome back to the Morning Buzz right here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I am one of your hosts once again, Jonathan Kaplan. Welcome back. It is 9:33. Let's move on to our next story about a drawbridge down the Jersey Shore. It is stuck in the closed position and it's causing a major inconvenience for boaters in the area. The bridge goes over the Point Pleasant Canal between Point Pleasant and Bay Head. The issue is being blamed on extreme heat, which is expected, as you know, to last through the weekend. Just to be clear, vehicle traffic on the bridge is still flowing as per usual. But the issue is with boat traffic specifically going under the bridge. They can't get it open to let boats through. So I'd imagine people planning to maybe go down the Point Pleasant Canal are having a big issue. Thoughts? No. Or everyone's muted.
Um,
That's okay.
yeah, I'll say something about it first. So, um, I find it crazy how, well, from what I've been hearing so far, it seems like the weather, like the heat is just like really like putting things like out of order. First
Mm-hmm.
it was, um, you know, people delaying the Southern Energy Towns delaying the 4th of July plans, and now it's the drawbridge. So it seems like the heat is really like affecting like places around New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, those are my thoughts on that.
Yeah, no. I love summer, but I do not look forward to these heat waves. Besides the fact that it's uncomfortable, it causes a lot of issues with a lot of stuff, especially older infrastructure. Yes, I see people nodding. That's it. The people on YouTube could see you.
Yeah, it is true. Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, but no, I mean, has anyone been kind of inconvenienced by anything relating to extreme heat, or at least something that was caused by extreme heat, like we're expecting the next few days?
Um,
Silence. Oh, okay.
for
Hello.
me, not really, because usually when it does get hot, I try to get in the house as fast as I can. Like if I
Mhm.
have to do errands or something. Um, Usually the places that I do go to, like they have, you know, AC as well.
Yeah.
Um, but I try to tend to get back in the house very quickly. Um, so yeah, I think that's like I would recommend like if you have to really go somewhere during this heat wave, try to do this as fast as possible. Um,
It might also be good to try to avoid like the peak times, like in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Um, Even though they're saying it's not really gonna get that much I guess cool out, it's still gonna be in like the 70s and 80s overnight for the next few days. Uh, I think that's still preferable over like 90, 100 plus degrees. It's
Yeah, I think the only inconvenience for me would be really adjusting my schedule,
yeah,
really getting a nice workout in the morning or later in the day. Uh,
yeah.
Even though sometimes it could be more convenient in the middle of the day. But other than that, I don't think I've ever experienced the heat even ruining any AC or any electrical problems, really.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good to hear.
Yeah. What about
Um, yeah. So, and any plans for this weekend if it's gonna be so hot to go to the beach or the pool or other ways to cool off? I don't know. Does anyone have any plans? Not
Not
at
as
the
of right now,
Okay.
or beach or pool, but
It
I'd
would
be
be
open to it.
it would be nice. It would definitely be nice. Um, Probably if not, unless any of you have like a pool in your backyard. I don't, but maybe unless if you do, unless you do, maybe like 4th of July plans get moved inside so
Mm-hmm.
that you can be in the AC, um, and not in the boiling hot, uh, hot
Really?
and humid, uh, outside. So
Yeah, typically my family and I do barbecues every,
yeah,
so we'll see. This is the hottest 4th of July I can remember
yeah,
really.
same. It's probably been a while since it's been this hot for the 4th. So,
And
um,
right now in my house, there's not much shade. That's
yeah,
porch is
that's
the
bad.
back porch is the only shade you can really get.
Yeah.
The trees around doesn't really help midday.
hmm
So I think we'll probably stay inside.
Yeah, no, definitely. Um, I have no clue what I'm doing for the 4th in general, whether, it involves going to the pool or staying inside. I hope it doesn't involve spending a lot of time outside, whatever I end up doing, but we'll see.
Yeah. And
Um,
it also must be nice, Mackenzie, getting back-to-back celebrations.
Yeah, that's the best. I love my birthday every year because of that.
yeah,
But
happy birthday.
thank you,
I don't
thank
have the
you.
sound effects already, but nah, I'll play it again. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
but give me a second. La la la. Here it is.
Meantime, Jordan, what about you?
For me, I'm probably just planning to stay inside as well. I was originally going to go try and see if I could see the fireworks this year, but it is going to be pretty hot, so I may not
Yeah.
end up doing that. And we might just stay inside. So yeah, those are
Yeah. Well.
Jonathan, were you able to play it?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Did you not hear it?
No, I could not hear it.
Oh, my bad. uh, but it did play. So,
Woo!
for what that's worth. Um, yeah. Anything else? Anything else? No. Oh,
Just stay safe,
yep.
really. Hopefully the heat doesn't draw any more issues.
hmm Yeah. Well, I know where one place I really don't want to go during extreme heat is a theme park, as much as I love theme parks. It is very difficult to walk in a theme park. But Pedro, you have a story about Six Flags. What's going
Yes.
on over there?
Yes, so Six Flags Great Adventure brings back Jersey Shore nostalgia. The Shoreline Pier has officially opened, which is inspired by the New Jersey Shore section of the park built on the former site of Green Lantern roller coaster. The process took approximately 18 months to complete into a boardwalk-themed destination designed to capture the atmosphere of the New Jersey Shore. The Shoreline Pier features five new family-friendly rides, including the new Hypno Twister, aiming to give parents and children more attractions to enjoy together. So, this seems like a very good idea, and it
Hmm.
also goes along with the theme in that section. Uh,
Yeah.
this is probably something a lot of people have been waiting for.
Yes. Um, I'm curious. I have like a thing that I know about this. Why exactly it's being built now of all time, as opposed to a different time. But before I spoil the real reason why this is being built, does anyone have any thoughts? I will say I did go on one of the they had like it wasn't really a swinging attraction, but it was like one of the ones. I don't know how to describe it. But like you're in like your little vehicle, it spins around, and like you have a little thing so you can, I guess, change the pitch of
Mm,
it. I have no idea what it's called, but I went on that um last week.
nice.
So
Uh,
um
yeah, overall, I think this is a very good idea, especially since, there are a number of uh,
mhm,
really rides for younger
yes.
audiences, such as kids. So it's finally this is finally something that I could bring my little cousins
Yeah, no,
and
definitely.
enjoy. Again, there really were a few,
Hmm.
so it's nice that they added five more.
So here's my fun fact. I'll just say it now. Um, I don't think it's all of them, but I believe most of those attractions were originally from a park in Maryland called Six Flags America that recently closed.
Mm,
And so they just moved it over to Great Adventure because I guess they're like, we need an area here or something, and we don't want to leave these attractions abandoned. So that's why I think that's the main reason why is they just need a place for these attractions to go. Um, yeah, and not sit abandoned in a closed park.
mm.
So, anyone else? Jordan Mackenzie, have you ever been to Great Adventure? When was the
Yeah,
when
I
was
like
the
Six
last time?
Flags.
Okay,
I went last summer.
okay. I've already been a few times. Um, I'm not close, but I'm not far. It's like that weird in between area where it's like it's not too close, but it's not too far, I guess I
Yeah,
could
me
say.
too.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
For me, I haven't been to Six Flags in a little bit. Um, but every time I am there, I really do enjoy the rides. I do go with my family, so my cousins and my other family come, and I do uh I do tend to enjoy they tend to enjoy the rides there as well. Um, I'm glad that they're opening like a new like ride to kind of, I guess, um to honor the Jersey Shore, like any
yeah.
New Jersey representation I really love to see. So I feel like this is great, and I feel like this is something that I could also take my family to whenever we go to Six Flags again. So um I'm looking forward to trying that out.
I agree.
I do like also that it's you have these little area with flat rides, and then there's a construction of a new roller coaster that apparently is supposed to be the replacement for King Ka. Um, so if nothing else, you can see that huge thing going up
Yes.
right next to it. So I'm sure that'll be fun once it's finished, and
Mm.
it'll be a little bit louder, maybe. I don't know. Although admittedly, I'm not exactly sure what the uh track is supposed to be for that.
Mhm.
So I don't know if it's like supposed to go over or what's gonna happen, but you know. Yeah. I mean, what can I say? I was there last week. I feel like I like to take the park a little bit slower. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I am local, you know. I could go, we have like season passes. Uh, we can go kind of whenever we want.
Mhm.
So like I'm like if I don't get to this now, like I have the whole summer, and even like after the summer if I want to go back, I have the whole season to do what I want. So like I was only there for like a few hours last week. So
Jonathan, you have a favorite ride?
oh dear. You know what? I really like dark rides, which is not very common outside of Disney and Universal and like those like
Yeah.
destination parks. So I really gravitate, even though I'm not really like a big DC fan, I do like their Justice League attraction. Um and then also there's like a Harry Houdini, I think it's called a madhouse they call it, which is very disorienting, but I really, really enjoy it because it's like the most themed thing, or like one of the most themed things in the entire park. Like, oh my God, theming. Not just a character on a coaster. I'm sorry. But
The only ride that haven't been on.
it's Houdini.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's very weird. I don't know. Do no, I think like you need to like I
It's
don't think I can describe it
yeah.
well enough without like spoiling it,
Mhm.
or like just spoiling how it works because I've looked up how it works. It's very interesting. Um, but
Yeah, every time
yeah,
I go, they're always closed.
it's always closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had last time I was on it, it was like a very long line. Because I guess they were at half capacity, which was annoying.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah, what
And
about Mackenzie? You got a favorite ride?
Six Flags.
Yeah.
I guess to be basic, I like Superman a lot because it's different. I like how you can like lay on your stomach. I thought that was
see,
really
I
cool.
that's like why I don't like that. It's because then after, okay, so like during like while it's moving, it's like fun, whatever, and then you have to wait for the train in front of you, and you're like, no one. If you're watching on YouTube, you could see like you're hanging down, and I find that very uncomfortable personally. But
A little
that's
awkward.
just me. That's just me.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Okay.
I like
Well,
it a lot.
Yeah, you enjoy it. Have you been on in Superman?
Um, for me,
Yeah.
um, no, I haven't. On the I've been on the Batman ride. I did enjoy that. Well, the thing about it was that whenever I was going, because we were kind of deciding, um, there was like a long line, and it wasn't just for like Superman. I remember the Joker having like an insanely long line for their like roller coasters. To some of the like attractions were full. Batman was like the only one that we went to that wasn't like didn't have a long line, so we just um went to that one. I kind of like it because it's like one of those inverted roller coasters. So
hmm,
I found that to be pretty cool. It can be like a little trippy at times, but it's a good.
Good to hear.
yeah. Well, yeah. Certainly looking forward to that and the new stuff going on at Great Adventure.
Mhm.
With that being said, I think it's time that we move into the Reddit rabbit hole. Jordan,
Yes. Today, today's story is a scary story. And it's called the title says My Wife Came Home 3 days after she passed away.
Oh
Um,
dear. Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah. Let's get into this. No matter what anyone tells you, please know that my wife has passed away. We had been married for 4 years, and she loved me enough to move halfway across the country with me. Leaving behind Maine and moving to a small rural town in South Dakota was difficult for her. But she grew to love our quiet peace of nowhere. Jess loved the slower pace of life that South Dakota offered, and so did I. It allowed me to focus more on our relationship. And she gave me a future for when I deserved neither. It was her kindness and patience that got me through. And when her life in South Dakota began, I made a promise to myself that I would make the most of every moment I had with Jess. 2 weeks ago, Jess had headed back to Maine for a weekend girls' trip with her sisters. Since she hardly got to see her family anymore, I supported her decision to take the trip, though I told her I would miss her like crazy. And she smiled, leaning for a kiss, and said, I'll be back before you know it. Less than an hour after she left, I got a call from my fishing buddy, Sheriff Miller. Hey, Sheriff, you want to get together for some fishing? The wife is out of town, so I'm free, I answered casually. A sober voice responded, Devin, I'm real sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but there's been an accident on Highway 9 by the intersection. I think you should come down here. My heart dropped as I hung up and headed out to Highway 9. As I approached, I saw the bright flashing lights of 4 police cars, 2 fire trucks, and 1 ambulance. My hand shook violently as I exited my car and jogged over to the scene. I walked up to Sheriff Miller, and when he saw me, he removed his hat with tears in his eyes, and and he said, Devin, I'm so sorry. In a panic, I glanced past him to the torn-up cornfield just off the road. I screamed and wept as I saw the paramedics walk a covered stretcher to the waiting ambulance. Even beneath the sheet, I could tell that the body it carried was was mangled in ways unnatural for the human form. Weeping, I fell to the ground as the sheriff knelt next to me. He told me he knew how hard this is, but he really needed me to come with him to positively identify the body. The crash had, long story short, it was my Jess and her dog was mangled and hung loose, and it was a very horrifying scene. The next couple of days were a blur of conversations with the funeral home, the local pastor, and Jess's family who took the first flight to South Dakota. As the casket was lowered to the ground, I sat there staring into the void. Slowly, family and friends began to leave, but not me. I stayed. I watched the last of the dirt disappear beneath the setting sun. It was dark when I got home. My parents and Jess' parents both begged me to come over to the hotel so that we could grieve together, but I told them I needed to be alone. In reality, I didn't want them to stop me from whittling away my pain. But soon I would hear something strange. I heard the front door unlock. It took me a moment to realize what I was hearing. It was the low jingle of keys, followed by some fumbling to fit the key in the lock. Then a loud click. Next, the front door swung open, flooding the entryway with moonlight. I stared through groggy eyes at the familiar silhouette-filled doorway. A voice I never thought I'd hear again said, Why is it so dark here? Before calling out to me. It said, Devin, are you home, honey? I couldn't believe my eyes. This can't be her. Who are you? I said with slurred words. At that, she jumped slightly, startled by my words from the darkness. She turned on the highway and saw me in the chair. What do you mean? Who are you? It's me, your wife, she said playfully before following up with, Why are you sitting in the dark? I had no words and I simply just stared at her in disbelief. I don't know who you are, but this isn't funny. Jess is dead. Leave me alone, I said. What are you talking about? She said in another tone. I'm not dead. I was just visiting sisters. Don't you remember? And basically, us going back and forth because I didn't know who this person was or what they were, if they were really Jess. And I ended up collapsing, unfortunately. The next morning, I woke up with a splitting headache. I wasn't sure how I had gone to bed, but I lay there staring up at the ceiling. The grief of the last few days returned, and I sighed as the reality of life without Jess returned. As I pulled myself out of bed, I told myself I would go over to my parents' hotel later that day. As I got dressed, I noticed a strange smell in the room, not the scent of alcohol that I expected. My whole body tensed up as I walked into the kitchen, and there stood Jess. She turned and smiled. It was her face, her bright blue eyes, her bright white teeth, and dirty blonde hair. In that moment, I didn't know what to believe. Morning, came her energetic voice. I have to go into the office here shortly, but I made you some coffee and here's some aspirin. I hope you're feeling a bit better. For a moment, I just stood there in the kitchen. My pounding headache made it harder to understand what was going on. Had I, in a drunken state, imagined that my wife had died? No, I couldn't have. I was there. I smelled the burning flesh and saw the body. But if I wasn't imagining her death, then who was I just talking to? It looked like Jess. It sounded like her too. My memories tell me that she is dead, but my eyes tell me that she's alive. And I'll kind of just go through it. It's a long story. Long story short, I tried to move on from this incident. I'm currently working part-time in a new city in a different state. My wife is gone even though nobody believes me. I'm both grieving and terrified because every now and then I get voicemails from unknown numbers, but it's the same message every time. And that's the end of the story.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah, I did have to skip because it is a long story, but
Hmm.
got to the main point.
Yeah. Yeah, was it like, oh dear. That's kind of freaky. It's like someone stalking him or something.
Um, I think that yeah, it was a person who I guess it was a person who stalked him and they looked like his
Mm,
wife, but it wasn't. So yeah, that was what
yeah.
I was gonna get to.
Mhm.
um yeah. Thoughts?
Um,
Well, I love how we end with like the like the worst stories. Not the worst. They're good, but they're like they're scary, right? I mean, intentionally so, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
freaky stories. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
it is a little bit of like a sad story, and
Hmm.
honestly more than scary, but um, it is
Yeah, poor guy.
yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to read through the comment section over here.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Great story, but it's impossible. The what is Subaru? Subarus are the safest cars out there. Well, according to this comment.
yeah.
They might be sarcastic. I think they might be a little sarcastic with that emoji, the crying, laughing. Oh, look, it's 10 a.m. But yeah, thank you for joining us on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Sorry for kind of abruptly saying that, but it's 10 a.m. Thank you for listening to the show. We are live Monday through Thursdays from 9 to 10 a.m. here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. You can listen on the iHeart Radio app, on YouTube, our website, WMSCradio.com, or the traditional way on 90.3 FM in the Montclair area. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Oops. Oh, oh. Sorry. All right, for real now. Bye.